Good morning. Welcome to Unity Church of Ames. Thank you. And that is Clark Wolf with us playing today. So welcome to Unity Church of Ames this morning. I'm Susan Wolf. I'll be your platform assistant for today. And our guest speaker for January 30th is Clark Ford, and he will be sharing Zen and the Art of Surviving Winter, which is definitely something we all need to know about. Although we are having a little tropical heat wave right now, which is very welcome. So, as always, we're happy to have you join us in the sanctuary if you are vaccinated, and we are asking that you wear masks at all times when you're in the church. The online class for today is going to be Brene Brown's book, Atlas of the Heart, and that class will be from 1 to 2 on Zoom with Elza McGaffin as the Zoom host, and that link is on the screen. Our chaplain for today will be Lynn Hedberg, and if you have a prayer need, let her know, and she will hold your prayer in her prayer work this week. And now for Transformational Opportunities. February 2nd, 1 to 3, Barb will be in the book Nook. The January and February Daily Word is here, along with the newest issue of Unity magazine. So you can get all of your literature needs at that time. On January 26th through February 9th, please visit our Facebook page for pre-recorded Wednesday meditations, and live streaming will be back on February 16th when Rep. Deb returns from her trip. February 6th, Freedom to Love will be the topic with Sue Pedraza-Nagel, and we will be on Facebook as well. February 13th, Nancy Evans will be our guest speaker. 1619, Then and Now will be her topic. And as for every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be the prayer call at 11 o'clock. The numbers and the passcode are on the screen. Thank you for following our mask policy. We appreciate you taking care of each other in that way. Now, please join me for an opening prayer. Mending blessing. Oh, my friend, take heart. The work of repair is aching. It is slowness and beautiful in the inches by which it will arrive. Do not pray to be patient, but to persist. Ask for the endurance that helps us learn. to breathe in the midst of fear, to love in the presence of sorrow, to dream within the rending of the world that might be made. Jan Richardson. Now we have a song, Higher Place. Up in a higher place, up, far beyond this time and space, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No, to a higher place. Up, far beyond the time and space. Up to a higher space. Feel my soul rising to a higher space. Higher place, I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more forward, no more backward, no more spinning around and around. My life is moving ever upward, my feet are leaving the ground. Up to a higher place. Up, far beyond this time and space. Up to a higher place. Feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place. Feel my soul rising to a higher place. Up, beyond this time and space. Up to a higher place. And my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. And it's greeting time. Greet each other. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody online. We're very happy to see you this morning. So glad you're here. Please join me for the Unity Worldwide Ministries Foundation statement. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotence, and also the Unity Church of Ames affirmation together. Through the Christ Spirit in us, we create a better church and a better world. So be it. The daily word for today is world peace. I envision all people living in harmony. Sometimes I wonder about my place in a world that is changing so rapidly. I realize that many of the world's people may be wondering the same thing. Change can feel scary, especially when I feel as though I have to navigate a shifting landscape alone. I expand my awareness and wonder whether others are feeling the way I do. Feeling fearful or insecure can overwhelm feelings of peace. As peace seems further and further away, it's easy to drift into isolation and discord. I pray reclaiming peace by feeling my divine identity as a child of God. I remember that all people share this divine identity. I include all the world's people in my prayer, envisioning us coming together in harmony to create a peaceful world. Pursue peace with everyone and the holiness without which no one will see the Lord. That's from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14. And now I'd like to introduce Clark Ford.
Hi, everyone. We're going to sing Turn, Turn, Turn. If I can get everything all ready for that. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. I apologize for missing some of that text, but I was just getting into the song. You know how that is. Thank you, Clark. This is the Clark and Wolf show today. I'm Clark, he's Clark, she's Wolf, he's Wolf. So my talk today is entitled Zen and the Art of Surviving Winter. So if that's not too pretentious, we'll get started. So that's me in Southern California. That's wintertime, I think. I grew up in Southern California, and where there's hardly anything you could call a winter season. Right? A lot of people there like to pretend that there are no seasons, and it's go, go, go all the time. So moving to Iowa many moons ago, a place with 4 distinct seasons, changed my perspective on winter. When I first moved to Iowa, I thought, wouldn't it be great to just skip winter? Who needs it? And now I have a different perspective on it. Winter is a beautiful time, a quiet time, a time of repose and contemplation, a time to regenerate, a time to sleep, perchance to dream. This is my front yard. Spring will come soon enough. The snow in my yard will melt and I'll be busy, 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 doing rather than being. But in winter, I'm forced to slow down, and the resultant time spent in quiet reflection can be life-changing. So winter is a built-in retreat or a kind of monastery that we visit every year, a time when renewal of body, mind, and spirit is possible, a time to get to know yourself, a time for meditation, prayer, peaceful reflection, daydreaming, and a time to contemplate the big questions. Who am I? Where am I going? What do I want? What are my goals? What is it all about? Where has my life taken me? Is this who I want to be? What is my place in this universe? Do I have a mission on earth? Am I connected to spiritual guidance? What is good? What is God? And on and on and on, right? We can ask a lot of questions if we just slow down and start to do that. Now, these are some of the questions that have intrigued and plagued humankind for millennia. I'm not trying to bring that plague upon you. But when in your busy life during the rest of the year do you have time to think about these questions? Well, except for our philosopher here who's playing the piano. He gets to do that all the time. The rest of us mere mortals have to wait till winter, I guess. Winter, with its quiet beauty, its long dark nights and starry skies. It's candlelight indoors and soft blankets and fires in the fireplace. Gives us a chance to still our mind and become inspired. Now, for some people, contemplation of any of these things is probably to be avoided at all costs, I am sure. And of course, too much contemplation without practice might be distressing to some. Moderation in all things is recommended, including contemplation. So Robert, the main character of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, became obsessed contemplating the question, what is quality? And it drove him a little crazy. So I'm not advocating such obsession. But I am advocating seeking the things that bring you peace and contentment and joy rather than stress. Our daily lives are full of stress. In addition to periods of rest, we need good sleep at night to de-stress, to bring ourselves into healthy equilibrium. Winter plays the same role on a seasonal basis as nighttime does on a daily basis. Okay, are you guys all awake? No closed eyes yet. We'll do that at meditation. Thank you. In winter, we can slow down and connect with the simpler aspects and pleasures of life. We can pay more attention to each thing we are doing and each thought we are having here and now. Because less is planned for the next moment to anticipate, and less has happened in the last moment to worry about. This is the Zen of Winter. In more northerly climes, like say Minnesota, some folks are so into winter, they may not want spring to come. We certainly know people who, when they finally get some good sleep, don't want to get out of bed in the morning. They just want that bliss to continue. So why couldn't the Zen of Winter be just like that? Well, how would we go about achieving the Zen of Winter? Well, first, we just have to slow down, way down. What are we in a hurry for? What do we really have to get done today? Maybe we'd like to enjoy a walk in the woods. Notice the beauty of the season. And there's so many other things we could do slowed down. Enjoy time with a pet or linger over coffee with a friend. And after we freed ourselves of all of our low priority activities, we might find we've created time to do things that we never had time for before. How about baking bread? And of course, you might say, well, that looks like a lot of work. It all depends on your attitude, doesn't it? If you're into the Zen of kneading the dough, it's great. Or maybe we never had time to volunteer at a food pantry. Winter is a great time to do that. Well, once we know what we want to accomplish, then we need to try to be present every moment, to do things with intention, right? This is the Zen part. Working in the kitchen, washing dishes, cooking, enjoy it. Feel the satisfaction of doing the job unrushed. It is said that how we do anything is how we do everything, right? So we can just look at what we're doing at any given time and go, oh, is this me? Uh-oh. Oh, is this me? Great, right? Well, third, we can try to find the joy in everything. What do we have to lose? Sing, whistle while you work, right? You might actually feel happier than you ever have before. And share your joy. Play a game with someone. Gather your friends or just call an old friend, a relative, someone you feel drawn to connect to. Brighten someone's day. Well, the fourth part of the Zen of Winter would be maybe taking time to create your reality. Take a good look at yourself. What do you need to be at your best? A healthier diet or workout program? It's a good time to get started on that, of course. It's also a good time to plan your garden for spring. and Susan is giving me a big thumbs up on that one, right? Or maybe plan a vacation you'll take in the summer. Savor the anticipation. What is it they say? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Winter is a great time for planning. Fifth, be aware of the presence of spirit in everything. Once we get out of our monkey minds that are busy distracting us with doing, and we start to allow just being into our lives, we open our awareness to how everything is connected. In this mindset, we're not just busy little egos wanting this, deciding that, doing this, saying that. We have a chance to see things from the point of view of our higher self. What a view. And we could ask, what would our higher self do? For those following the path of Jesus, that question is the same as, what would Jesus do? Winter is also a time when we can allow ourselves to begin the process of grief. So not to make light of grief, this slide shows the stages of winter. First, denial and the fellows walking in a snowstorm in short sleeves, and then anger, and then bargaining, and then depression, and finally, fully dressed for winter, acceptance, right? If you've been putting off grief during the busy season, winter's a good time to begin the process. Grief cannot be rushed, but it must be begun and not avoided. Winter is a time for humility, a time for love, a time for second chances, a time to allow ourselves and others to be imperfect, to be human, to make mistakes, and to be forgiven. It's a time for helping others. It's a time for enjoying exercise, outdoors or indoors, or just enjoying plain winter fun. Winter's a time to be grateful for our angels and the renewing grace of God. Winter's an opportunity for us to be reminded that we are spiritual beings, that we are loved and helped and given many chances, and we should go and do likewise. I don't know if you can see this. These are the chakra energy points in this picture. I can remember going to spiritual camp, a week of spiritual retreat where we didn't have to worry about our usual concerns, like where our next meal was coming from or how long our commute would be to work, etc. Instead, as a community, we got a chance to slow down, open up our energy centers or chakras, and be one with the universe. It was blissful. Unfortunately, at the end of camp, reality intruded, and we would consciously have to dial back our chakras in order to cope with the real world as we drove home and engaged in our mundane lives. So, winter can be like spiritual camp, a time when our chakras are open and we feel connected to others and to universal spirit. We can live simply, give ourselves time to recharge, renew, and heal, both physically and psychologically. It's a time to become whole again in every aspect of our body, mind, and spirit. And it's a time to receive inspiration and to be creative. The cycles of nature that produce winter are like all the other cycles we observe in the universe. The universe is not static. It's constantly moving, cycling, spiraling. And we can learn a lot from the universe. Deciduous trees lose their leaves in fall, which have become filled with metabolic waste products. In winter, these trees are bare, but they don't die. They are renewing from life that continues under the bark and in their roots, deep beneath the earth. Winter is a time for faith, that we too can let go of the toxic parts of our lives and be renewed. So, winter can contribute as much to a happy, well-balanced life as any of the other seasons, maybe more. Growing up in California, I didn't know what I was missing. Now I wouldn't have it any other way. And winter has the best holidays. Christmas, New Year's, Groundhog Day, Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day. Not to mention the Super Bowl, basketball, and a whole host of winter sports. And this year, the Olympics. Of course, we don't want winter to actually make us sick. Be careful on the ice. Get your annual flu shot and what I'm sure will become our annual COVID shot. Be mindful of lower vitamin D production and seasonal affective disorder due to lack of daily light. Winter can be invigorating, but if it threatens your physical or mental health, seek medical help. And I don't know if you can see this, but that's a blizzard with trucks pulled over because they can't make any headway there. When the temperatures descend to sub-zero and the wind comes whistling down the plain and we can't go out, we may ask ourselves, what is the lesson? What do I need to learn? Is this the universe telling us it's time to crack that book we've been meaning to read? Tackle that project we've been putting off? Start writing your book or a song or start an art project? Maybe have a deep conversation with God. Or mend a relationship. Or start a relationship. A whole different world can open up when we slow down and take the time to do the little things and do them with joy. And perhaps that is the lesson. And this is the meditation song. Okay. And so we'll sing this, and then there will be a meditation, and maybe you can play a little tinkly until the silence. And then, so let's sing Pour Yourself in Me. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Again, pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Your love in me. Pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour your life in me. Pour your life into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. I invite you to close your eyes, get comfortable in your seat, and imagine that you are in a warm, safe place with a large picture window looking out onto a winter wonderland. Inside, there's a fire in the fireplace. Outside, there is snow on the ground and trees and hills in the distance. Above is blue sky and the winter afternoon sun. It is peaceful, serene, and pure. There's a cleared path that leads from your door. And with your coat and hat and gloves on, you step outside to walk down the path, breathing in the crystal clear air, enjoying the flick of a woodpecker, immersed in a world that is both beautiful and refreshing. As you walk, your mind clears of all your daily concerns, and you allow nature to speak to you in a kind of walking meditation. As we go into the silence, receive the inspiration from the universe in this walking meditation in winter, in the silence. You find that you've walked in a path that loops back around to the place where you started. Go inside, warm up by the fire, and when you're ready, come back into this space and time, refreshed and renewed, having experienced the Zen of Winter. Pour your light in me, pour your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. And now it's time for our tithes and offerings. Did you want to, I guess we should say our prayer together, please. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am joy-filled and grateful. Amen. We thank the universe for keeping us safe through winter and teaching us the lessons that we need to learn. Thank you for these gifts. May they be blessed. Amen. And now we have our peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And now, please join me in the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Go in peace.